Now then, here we are in an absolute winter wonderland. Andy's joined me again, or to be honest, I've joined him today because he was on his way to Scotland and he just said jump in my car and join me, and we'll go on a couple of adventures. So here we are. It's our third night out and it's been an absolutely amazing experience so far, just because we've obviously got all this snow everywhere. So for today there isn't much of a plan other than we are going out camping. So hello mate.
Here we are again.
We're here for it. It's a cold one. I mean, look at this stream. Completely sort of frozen over and snow settling. Anyway, onwards and somewhere into that wilderness. Let's have it. Well, we're not even a mile into this and we've just come across this absolutely beautiful loch. It's just majestic. There's not a breath of wind at the minute, and as you can see above we've got some blue skies, although every so often we do get snow coming over and just hitting us for 10 minutes or so. But I'd be happy literally camping anywhere. I don't need to get up into the mountains to appreciate where we are. This is just, it's sublime, it really is. So we've come up with a very basic plan, and that is to aim for that little peninsula there. Don't know if you can make that out, and that just looks like the perfect place which will sort of sit wrapped around with all this water for us to pitch our tents. So I'm hoping there's a bit of a flat section for us to dig into this. I've got my snow shovel just to move snow a bit quicker. But other than that, don't need much else. I've got some snow pegs, but looking at this snow, it's too dry and soft to make those sort of work efficiently. So we'll have to sort of see. I've actually brought the HILLEBERG SOULO just because it's a completely freestanding tent, and potentially I could just dig that into the snow, sort of fill around the edges a bit just to hold it in place, and then not even bother with any pegs, because looking at the weather so far it seems very peaceful. Absolutely loving this, just beautiful. And not a sound, not a sound, not another human other than that big bear in front of me. Amazing, absolutely amazing. Ah, yes, let's go catch him up, eh? Well, we've made it onto this little peninsula. You can see it just sort of snakes itself off there, and this is going to be camp for the night. Perfect couple of spots just on this like higher section. Andy can set his tent up there, I'll stick mine here somewhere, and that's us done. And then hopefully, if you look over there, the sun's here and it's going to come down and drop. We might just get it to sort of sit in there for our sunset, get some light bouncing off this. I don't want to put my bag down. Get snow all over it. Well, it's so dry.
Well, that's the thing.
It soon knocks off. Let me flatten a section there. Get this shovel out. I don't really need it, but it'll be a bit faster. Just to move some snow around and get it level. Get the windsock out. Literally nothing. This is just magical. Look at the sun just coming as that mountain there. Done, 1 tent. I'm gonna get my door to face you then, I think. There we are, 2 tents set up. I've kept it very simple. I'm not even going to bother with any of the guidelines at all. And all I've done is, if you can see, these are like a proper snow peg. They're actually the Fjallraven ones, and rather than using them as you would a snow peg, obviously using this and doing it properly, I've just used them to get some really good purchase into this soft ground. So this is the last one to go in. So as you can see, I can just shove that in, and now that is not going anywhere. So I think that is me sorted. Andy's just pumping his sleeping mat up. But yeah, just in time, because as you can see, it's snowing now. So just get all our gear inside, and then we can sort of chill out. Literally chill out. Oh, this snow. I dived in my tent, chucked all my gear in to escape the falling snow, and as soon as I sat down, it has stopped again. So I'm gonna now get back out, pump my mat up outside, because obviously there's not much room in this tent. It's a very small one. So I just need a bit of room to manoeuvre. We've got some fair colours going on there, haven't we? Look at this. 3 different yellows. Rocking it today, yellow. My favourite though is this blue jacket. Absolutely gorgeous. There we are. One regular Thermarest X-Lite. Even though it's going to be probably -5 tonight, maybe a little touch colder than that, this will definitely do me for it. This would have been an absolutely perfect place to pitch, right on the end of this, the tip, because we're currently just there. Bit of a climb back up to the tents, which on a normal day would be very easy, but when there's like 2 foot of snow to climb through, it is quite tough going. What an incredibly peaceful moment this is. We've just got complete calm over on this side, but looking to be a bit darker, even though that is where the sun is. But the sun is obviously pouring itself over the top of those clouds round to that. Look at that reflection. Just that illumination, that hue of that orangey sort of, well, it's sort of orange and cream. It's just absolutely magical. Ah dear. Sometimes you just feel like you're the luckiest man alive, and I often get that feeling. Anyway, let's get back in here, sort another couple of bits out. Well, we've just been chilling and chatting, just taking in this scenery. Just beautiful, it really is. But now I'm getting a little chilly. I've only got sort of thin trousers under these, and under this I've only got this thin, which is a Primaloft Gold actually, insulated jacket, but it's not very thick. So I'm going to now get my down gear on. So let's dig into this. Everything's packed into here that I need to sleep in. So I have got my usual sort of down bottoms and down socks for cold weather. I can get into this bag. So I've got a woolly hat, which is just going to be able to put on my head and then pull down over my eyes, just to rest onto my nose so my nose don't get too cold. Because the current temperature is, what is it, minus 5.6, was it, mate?
Yeah, about just below -6.
There you go. So -6. Got me Seat Summit pillow, just to give a bit of comfort. These are my PHDesigns down bottoms, which I absolutely love these. I think they're 950 fill power down, but yeah, those are just a good size that fit over the top of everything really, so you can just pile them on just to keep you warm. I've got my PHDesigns down jacket, so that's only a lightweight one, but I've brought the lightweight one because I'm going to bunny it up with this, so then these two together will obviously give me enough insulation. Got a pair of down booties, and those are packed nice and tightly with it down. There's plenty in there, so they just stay well lofted. And then there's this. In fact, I'll tell you what, let's show you this whilst it's still light. Oh, I'll whip that stupid hat off. So this is just a down balaclava basically, but the good thing about it is you can cinch it right up, so you can just get it to a point where obviously I can still talk but I can breathe through that little area, but it blankens my eyes off and obviously just keeps my head totally warm. So if you don't have a down jacket with a decent hood on, it's always a good shout to carry something like that. So yes, I'll be wearing that tonight. And then finally, in the bottom of this, we have, this is I think probably my favourite sleeping bag. It doesn't have any zips or anything, but it's rated down to about -5, and because it's got no zips or nothing fancy about it, it does what it needs to do, and that is just keep you warm. Very simple. It's just got a bit of a hood and a pull cord, so you can just cinch it all the way up. and that is it. But it's ultra lightweight, and it's also very, very good at packing small, down to nothing. So hence why I've only got a 30-litre backpack for a proper deep winter camp. So now I am gonna get some of this kit off, some of that on, and then hopefully I'll be warm just to sit out all night and have a good chat. We both said though it would be nice if we had a beer or two each, but we don't have anything. It's not the end of the world though. A good cup of tea always sorts you out, doesn't it? As you can see, it's a bit dark and gloomy out there. The snow forces inside, so I have opened some cashews. Been eating them, which have gone down really well actually. And I'm also making myself a brew, so I've just got that on the boil there. And I'm just using let's just see if I can touch that. Yep, whoa, that tiny little stove. And I was just testing it to see if it will actually work in very cold conditions like now, and it's doing okay. It's not got as much pizzazz as normal, but it's still heating that pot up because that was burning my hands. So hopefully it'll boil the kettle enough for me to have a nice brew. I'm actually very warm, to the point I'm probably too warm. So at some point I might have to take a layer off, and that's really because I'm in my sleeping bag and I've got my down socks on as well. The tent is like an absolute bomb site. I've got my waterproofs just there, my backpack laid next to it, and then on this is my sort of tool bag really. So in this I just get this out when it comes to winter camping, when I might need something like, well, I've got my little ice axe there. I've obviously got the shovel which has come out of that, and then I've got a load of these just decent sort of snow and sand pegs, just in case I might need them. And then the rest of it is just a mess. I've got all my batteries and what have you, food. This is for my cup, which is now boiling. Let's turn that off quick before we get too much steam in here. Bloody hell, look at that. Quick, let's vent it. We'll just let that hopefully suck its way out, because otherwise it's just going to condense against all this, and then it'll end up freezing. What else do we have? My phone. What's that? Oh, just my sort of bags and what have you, and my hat from earlier. And that's it. Simple life, eh? There we go, that moisture's gone. Definitely need to keep that zipped up, because there's quite a lot of snow falling. I mean, you can see Andy's tent there. Let me just get a light for you. It's absolutely covered over, so it is definitely going to be one of those nights which potentially might bury us. Anyway, brew time. What have I got to have tonight? I've got a vanilla latte, so that's what I'm going to enjoy. So I'm just going to add a couple of spoons of the old white stuff just to cool it down a tad, just because I don't want to burn my lip when I'm out here. There we go. It's getting a bit wild and woolly out there. Right, where's my lid? I'll pop this baby on and I can enjoy this. Good. Really good. Well, I've been stuck in this steamy tent a little too long now. The snow's stopped, so I'm going to get out and just have a look and see what's going on. I've given this a good sort of rattle off so we're not getting a load of snow falling on my head. So let's just unzip it. I've got my mitts on my idiot loops just so I don't lose them. I'll turn my head torch on and let's get out, eh? Look at that. Beautiful. Whew. Well, you can see our footprints where we came in, and we've got a little bit of snow build up. Not too bad. Andy's tent's taking a bit on this one side here. We've just got this one hole that we found, so I've just sort of stamped it right down because obviously that's a nasty little one, but just as a reminder, here he is.
Now then, yeah, buried in already. Okay.
Right, it's soon filled round, hasn't it? To say it's like an hour.
Literally an hour.
Yeah.
Wow.
Awesome, eh? Haha. Can't see much else though. It must be fully clouded over because there's been a full moon yesterday, so it's still going to be massive, and there is no sign of that at all. That looks cool as well. If you can see our footprints leading down to the point of that peninsula. Brilliant. Hold on, I'll just get the bit off your back.
What?
I'll just get the bit off here. Cool.
That's what she's up.
I've been sort of stood out in the snow just chilling and chatting, and it's just starting to die off a little bit now, and I'm getting hungry. So dinner tonight, I have got a really nice steak slice, which I've already had one earlier today, and a Cornish pasty. So I'm going to eat these outside because it'll save getting all the crumbs inside. So let's come out and enjoy some food out here. You can't see back there, there's just the moon coming through. Just see a little bit of light, can't you? But it's just more of that ugly mug. Andy's in his tent there and he's already eaten, so yes, absolutely awesome night. Peaceful, tranquil. Yeah, that's my vocabulary done. There's nothing else to say. It's just honestly magical, that's what it is. The whole night is completely magical. Let's get into this Cornish. It's always a dry first mouthful, isn't it? Yep, I think I'll have to go drink that Loch dry. Cheers, guys. It's snowy days. Cornish pasties. living the dream. Right, I'm on to my steak slice. I've had 2 bites out of it, as you can sort of see, and it was like biting into my down jacket. Wow, this is me and Andy going warp speed. Flying past the stars. That is so beautiful. It's almost just like slow motion. Well, we are out, standing in the snow. As you can see, it's settling on us. He's got a load on his shoulders too, and we've just been having a natter. We've both had our dinners now. That pie and pasty was just perfect, really. It saved me messing about cooking. I am going to go make myself a cup of tea in a minute, I think.
Good idea.
Yeah.
I've got one as well, actually, on the brew.
Yeah, and then, yeah, we're going to get back in tents, I think, because as you can see, we are getting snowed upon, which is totally fine, because it's still very dry. Look, you just blow it off. So rather than it sort of settling and being wet on us, I mean, it's a good sort of show that the down that I'm actually wearing isn't actually letting any heat out and melting the snow. So there you go, good quality down, that's what we need. So yes,
we've certainly had 3 good nights, haven't we?
We have, mate. It has been awesome.
It's been epic.
Yep. First night was on Culmore, 849 metres, and that was just absolutely epic. That it really was
brutal but epic.
You've probably already seen it. The video is out, so make sure you watch that one. But that was as deep winter as you're gonna get. The conditions up and back down were,
I think coming down was worse.
I agree.
With that spindrift.
Yeah, and it was brutal
because it got more windy the further we came down.
Yeah,
where that spindrift was, and that was difficult.
Yeah. Yeah, we probably had a mile just walking over that sort of plateau section, easy. Just getting absolutely blasted. That was the prior video, so again, get watching that one. But to now, I think I'm going to have to get in, make up a tea, chill for a bit, and then if it brightens up a bit later, then we'll be out again. You can just sort of see the moon is trying, but tents are very much covered. Yeah, look at that. So I just have to make sure that I've got some sort of vent open, so we're not going to suffocate in there tonight. Right, tea time. Alright, we'll just shut that all the way up. With this tent, you can't leave this top section open if it's sort of windy and rainy or snowy, because moisture just comes straight in. So annoyingly, that's the only vent you've got, so it's a bit of a annoyance. I just feel it just needs an extra vent in this tent, especially when there's a lot of snow around and it's blocking off any airflow, because it just means that there is going to be a potential lack of oxygen. So a bit of hypoxic training, but it's been an absolutely mega day here in Narnia. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Just a nice easy walk out, flat all the way, and it just sort of shows that you don't need to be on a summit looking down to get this sort of majestic feeling, you know, being here in this sort of just beautiful place. It's just as good to stay low looking up at the mountains. So there you go. Anyway, I'm all ready for bed, wrapped in a million ducks, or geese actually, they are, and that's me. I'll probably watch something on my phone for maybe half an hour or so, because it's 20 to 10 now, and then I'll probably just fall asleep anyway. So it is time to lay this lug, and then tomorrow we'll open that zip back up and we'll see what the day has to offer us. So we'll see you at morning. Take care. I'm definitely a man, just because the simple things are entertaining in life. Nothing complex. Something like that, or skimming stones, I'd literally do all day. What a magical place. Just silent, and just these quite menacing looking mountains just all in the background. Although you can't really see much because it's just a big white out. I think we've got the moon just sort of trying to show as well there, because sunrise should be over that way, I would have thought. Anyway, it is time to get back to the tent and pack everything away and get back to that car. So challenge one, pack the tent away, which is going to be quite tough probably, but the biggest challenge of the day is definitely going to be digging that car out. So let's hope we can sort it fairly easily. We've got a spade and a snow shovel with us, so we'll be all right. Plus a bit of that pushing, we'll make it. So look how deep this is though. Up to my knees. Mega, absolutely mega. So all my down trousers and jacket and what is there, socks and my balaclava are all in there, and I'm just going to cinch that shut just to keep it all in there, and then I can shove it all in this bag together. You can see the foot end of my sleeping bag is actually slightly damp because it's touching the end of the tent all night pretty much. A bit of compression with my chest just to push hot air out. And there we go, all packed up. And next up, got a sleeping mat. It's easy enough doing this outside because the snow is that dry, it just shakes off. So it's not like wet and sticky. But even so, when I get home, this will be all hung out to dry for usually about 3 or 4 days really, just to make sure that none of my kit ever gets damaged by any mould or anything. Look after your kit and it'll look after you. That goes the same for your body as well. If you're not in the fitness required for being somewhere like this, it potentially could be dangerous. You might get out there, but it's just having the that extra gear if something goes wrong to get yourself back out of it. So definitely worth keeping fit. I always put mine in the pump sack first and wrap it up just to give it an extra bit of protection, because when you're ramming it in your bag, potentially it could just snag something and puncture. Boom, we have it. Gloves, my little micro towel just for cleaning up crap out of my tent all night. Just stuff that somewhere. And that is it. Awesome, mate.
We're good to go.
Nailed it. Nailed it, mate. That was awesome, wasn't it? Right, there we have it. There was sort of a tent there and one here, and we are now packed up, ready to go. Don't get much better than that, does it, mate?
3 epic nights. Each one different, but special in its own way.
Absolutely, yeah.
And the one thing I'd love to say is, one thing I'd love to happen is, if one person watched one of these videos and was inspired like I was to get out and do something.
Well, just end up getting into a position like you've gone from,
yeah.
You always say, sofa to summit. And
I'm not suggesting watch a video and then straight into this. You can't do that. You need the equipment, you need the experience to do this. But what I'm saying is, do something. And I hope they get out of it what I do, and what I have, and what I've seen since I've started doing this.
Yeah.
I mean, look at it. Just,
well, exactly that.
He's
perfect example. He's just lived his life sort of pretty steady away, always done, you know, some decent stuff in life, but he's just had that sort of steady away line, and then he's just gone from that, and he's just on that very steep, like, learning curve, but also just experience curve and just memory curve. Yeah. You can't really beat it, can you? So
and look at where we are.
Exactly. Look at and this is it. We're in this, getting to experience this firsthand rather than through that lens. Although for the people who can't get out here and do this sort of thing, like my mum, I really enjoy being able to sort of bring people along for the adventure. So it's just nice that you've been able to get out on your own legs and do it, mate.
Yeah.
And you know, feeling blessed that you've got the body for it. So awesome, man. Get on.
Cheers, man.
Right, get back to that car, eh? I think we'll be alright driving back down there. There's Andy lad. He was straight behind me all the way, but he's just had a phone call, so I left him. Yeah. We're back on the road and it looks fairly clear. The grit has been down, so that's the easy part. The next problem for us is digging this car out, which, as you can see, is pretty snowed in. Two other vans have made it up here and one of them has been out skiing for definite. I don't know what the other one's been doing, but that is gonna take a bit of digging out, I reckon. I'm absolutely red hot though now, walking back just with this gear on. Honestly, could boil an egg inside my jacket. Oh, and the weather's just coming in. The sun is just starting to get smeared over by that cloud, and that's all coming from this direction. So a little bit of snow is falling now. Right, first job, we need to get this spade out at back. So we'll try to get to this boot. Right, we've got changed, sorted ourselves out, dug the car out, and now it's a case of getting it onto the road. So I'm gonna give a push. But what an absolutely epic adventure this has been, right through to this moment now. So if you like the video, as always, give it a big fat thumbs up, and if you want to join the Patreon or contribute towards the channel in any other way, like you can use my PayPal account, or you can also contribute through the what do you call it? I can't remember. Buy me a coffee. There you go, buy me a coffee. So anyway, let's get his car out and then we'll be skedaddling onto another mountain soon. Boom. Yes, let's go. Woohoo!